Now looking at the next tool, Play Pause It. This is a tool though you'd be able to use really for anything that you find, create, dub, steal, whatever you want to use. It's a good tool to make any type of video interactive. So the first thing is just go to playpauseit.com. And this is again another one of those tools where when we go to the site, we can link and sign in with our Google School account, which makes your life much easier. You don't have to worry about spending time filling out things and so forth. Okay, so again, you just go to login. And on this one, we have been given an account via our district on, they've paid for it and made it a premium account for us. So when you sign up, you don't have to worry about looking at the cost. Those have been already kind of built in, and so this is a program that our district has paid for us, which is a great thing. But using the site or this program is very, very easy. It's one tool I recommend, kind of help put a little more accountability when showing videos, but also just making it more interactive versus this shoving a bunch of information via video. So as you can see, it's kind of your dashboard. You have classes, and then you can create units. So kind of walking you through how to create a class, how to make a unit, just what up to you. So for myself, I'm going to do a new class, and I'm going to name it my training class. Okay, and obviously give it a color. We're going to go yellow. Great. So now anytime I make something I want to be dubbed a training class, Play Pause It, I want to dump it in there. So now we are ready to create a bulb. A bulb is just a video that's being edited or used to make it more interactive. Okay, so we're going to go to bulb. And as it does that, this is where you want to keep in mind what type of video you want to use. So on here, you have these different types that are available for us. Really, the two you ever have to worry about are these right here. You know, a YouTube video link and or a video that we've made and we have the MP4. Drawing back to one of my videos where I talk about using Screencast-O-Matic, Screencastify, Camtasia, or really any other site that you use or program you use to create a video. That's the benefit, again, having an MP4 or having something that exports videos as MP4s. But again, there's sites out there that you could take a VLC video and convert it into an MP4. So it's not the end of the world, but it's just an extra step that, you know, whether you pay for a thing that offers that or you just are resourceful and you find a site that will allow you to do that. In this case, we're going to go with a YouTube. So we're going to click on YouTube. And this is where you're going to you can go and search for it. For mine, I'm going to go ahead and go use the video that I created for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that in there, see if we can find search. Boom, that was up there. Now, maybe you're just going to type in a generic word and want to see what kind of videos are out there. You have no clue. The key to that is make sure when you find a video that you've already viewed it and you approved it, because that still will work or still functions even via this program. So in this case, I got my video right here. I'm going to add it. And now I have my video. And so this is going back to the video I created where I talk about how to create videos. It's kind of the weird mirror within a mirror again. Go ahead, pause. So as you see, this is your timeline down at the bottom. Down here, the 9 little dot box, these are your tools. So you have the ability to, you know, trim a video down. So what is cool is if you found something that's 15 minutes long, but you really only want the first 3 minutes, or you know, the first 6 minutes of the video, or just nothing you want to use, but that middle, this allows you to do that. Obviously, you can delete the video; it's pretty cut and dry. But the real big thing is the bare bones of the question. Okay, so that's where having a piece of paper out, kind of have an idea of your timeline on this video. You want to keep that in account. So, you know, as I play through this right here, I'm going to take into account, maybe I was talking about, this is a note slide that I had open. You know, I'm going to hit pause after it maybe goes to the next screen. I'm going to fast forward right here a little bit. Find myself in a spot. So let's imagine you're in class and you're teaching at screen, or this video. So right here. So maybe let's imagine that I want to ask a question right here. So at minute 1:51, I want to ask a question before it moves on. So this is where I'm going to ask a question, and then this is the cool part. You have all these different types. So you can, what's really cool, and again we can talk about the funnel or the rabbit hole, you can embed inside this a link where it goes to something else that is accountable or it tracks or whatever the case may be. That's for a different day, but I did want to show you that. But if you are wanting just to see, you're just going to have a generic question or an interactive piece, you have all these different ones. Okay, you have a reflective pause. Maybe you said something, maybe you're showing this in live time and you want the kids to end the video while everybody's watching at the same time. You have a prompt that has a reflective pause. Boom, you put that in there. Maybe you have a discussion forum where they're all links together. Boom, you can do that in here as well. Or maybe you want a free response. In this case, I'm going to put in a multiple choice question. Then it's just going to say, what did I talk about? So the question is, what tools did I say at the beginning we were going to, going to use? Now I'll answer, add question option here. Okay, so I put my 3 answers. You obviously mark the one that's correct, and then obviously the ones that are wrong on there. So you hit save. So now, if we look at my timeline, at that point right there, if I was to hit play, you're going to see all of a sudden, boom, a question will appear on their end. And so what happens, oops, that will be what pops up. So after I put my question in, you'd see on the timeline, the students will see a question that will pop up right here at this point. In our preview mode, it won't show up, but you can tell on the timeline that an action will occur right here. What's cool is this thing can be edited to pop up at a certain time. Okay. So then you could roll through, and then you know your different points in this video. You're going to have different questions and and so forth. The cool thing is that it's real easy to use. The video, you're going to be able to just add different questions on here. Okay, whether it's a polling survey, and you have different options here. You know, is this legit? Is this whatever the case may be. It makes the video so that it stops at that point, a thing happens, and there's more interactive ability with it. So once we get done, once we're done, we'll go right up here to share. And so this is where you have different options to use the bulb or whatever within your how you're going to use it. Okay, so you know the share URL is usually the easiest. It's just a pure link that's going to go. I'm going to put it on my Canvas calendar. So I'm going to hit copy. I'm going to go to my Canvas tab, make sure I'm logged on to Canvas. Go to my calendar, and then from here, just like you would embed anything else, it will be posted on here. Now there's a couple of things I'm going to be able to, I think that would work great, is that you can actually, when you embed it, you will be able to utilize the lockdown browser feature. So it's something to keep in mind. So in this case, you know, I'm going to put it on this week's agenda. So I'm going to go to my edit, go to options. And just like we've been using the agenda for, you know, you want to make sure you're on your here, you have your instructions. And then link to So now I have a live acting play posit. Okay. The other option on here, I don't know if you guys saw it, is this embedded code. I want to show you that. So I copied it, and then I'm going to go over here to the HTML editor, and then what you have is that you have the table layout. Okay. And really all you want to do is you want to find, this is one of my classes I teach, is this idea of web design. You got to think of row, and you're going to have within a cell. So you're going to have a table row, and then within that you're going to have an actual cell. Okay, so you want to put it in between a T and a D. So if you look right down here, in this one, the TD style, blah 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 blah, that's just how big it's going to be and all that. I have where I typed in the word instructions for play posit. Okay, and then right here, if you remember, I typed in link, and I put the link in. So instead of that, I'm going to leave that in there, but I'm also going to paste in, I'm going to put P, then I'm going to paste in my embed link or embed code that I copied from PlayPosit, and then I'm going to NP. All that's doing is initiating a paragraph and then ending a paragraph. Then I'm going to hit update event, and then I'm going to go back to the calendar, and you're going to see what changes were made. What's cool about the embed, again, is this idea that you should be able to use Lockdown Browser to do it. So as you see right here, much like when we use YouTube, the link how it pops up, you can see right there that when you embed it, because it's not a YouTube video anymore, it's an actual it's a PlayPosit, it embeds it. This will take me to the site. This will actually allow it to be done right here. So if I hit play, now the canvas will utilize the PlayPosit within my agenda. So literally, it shouldn't have to leave our Canvas learning management system to do anything. So, and if you look down here, what's really cool is that it actually has captions for it. So for our students with ILPs or IEPs, it's just another thing that just makes their life even easier. Without having to worry too much about it. It's still meeting the needs of everybody. So it's really cool, and you should see here in a few seconds, it's going to reach the point where it's going to pop up my first question that I put in, and then that's where it would stop the actual video for them in real time, and then in real time they would answer the multiple choice question. So it should be happening really soon here. It is coming. So again, I think it's cool, the embed feature, where it's just something to help. See right here, it showed the video and it stops, and now they can't fast forward. They can't go, oh yeah, I'll get back to those questions later. It literally will stop it. So here I'm going to answer it. That was the correct answer. Boom, correct. Hit continue. Now it's going to go on with the rest of the video. It would fast forward to this point. So even if they fast forward to all the different quiz points, that's okay, because they can't move past those. So either way, they're going to have to go backwards to get the content. So fast forwarding them is the words I'd like to tell them they do, is they're doing too much by trying to do more or trying to do less. So in this case, it's really cool how it's embedded in that. So again, I just wanted to show you that feature of it. Okay. Different options here. Do not require viewers to authenticate. These are just different features that you can play with. What I've showed you is easy enough to do. So when you're all done, you can go over here to save and finish, and this is where it's going to tell us where we can, what we can do with it. So it's going to ask, we want to put it in a class, you want to put it in a unit, and it's just going to show it right here. Okay, so then at this point, I know that this new bulb, I want to do something with it. So I went over to the right side where those bots are, and then I'm going to assign to my training class. And, if I was super ambitious and I did this all ahead of time, I could say, on November, on Thanksgiving, they're going to do a little activity for me, and then move on from there. So I close it, hit save. Now if I was to go to my classes, training class, bulb, there it is. There is my assignment. Okay. Now the hard part from here is that you would actually then want to make sure you set the kids up in here. So that's why you want to, I just like to embed it in my agenda, so it's there already. But again, playing with the features, if you add it to a class, it allows it to kind of be another little learning management system that will house things and assign them at certain dates. So again, it's just what features and what you want to do with it. The more you play with it, the better it's going to be. So again, I wanted to show you the features of PlayPosit and how you can utilize it, whether it's for just a simple video you've created or something you found off of YouTube. Thanks.